Okay guys, we're moving right along in the project. What we're looking at here is my demo nightstand, and we're looking at the top of it. So I've already glued up my side panels. I've got my front rails mocked up in here. I got my back panel mocked up in here. And I've got these two new boards here that I'm going to put in. These are called the upper drawer guides on your cut list. And they need to be in here for a couple reasons. First of all, they serve as a bit of strength to help the whole structure of this thing actually stay in place. And also, they're going to serve as a support to keep the drawer from sagging down when the drawer gets pulled out. Okay, so you're going to cut both of these pieces to fit. Don't go by the final length on your cut list. Go by whatever the dimension between your front and back rails actually happens to be. Okay, because if you haven't done all of your other pieces exactly by the cut list, this dimension is going to change slightly. Okay, so just like any other time when we use a biscuit joiner, which we're going to use here, we're going to put a line on either side, both on the drawer guide and on the rail. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to give a line. Okay, and I'm going to label these just so that they don't get mixed around. So I'm going to label this one A, and I'm going to label this A here as well on the top of the leg. You guys can label these however you like. And I'm going to label this B and B. Okay, just so that these rails, or these upper drawer guides rather, stay in the right location. Okay, now we're going to cut these things. We're going to set our biscuit joiner up here. So our fence is going to be set right at 90 degrees. Our height is going to be somewhere about in the middle, and it's not actually super critical where the height actually ends up. Somewhere about in the middle of this rail, or of this guide, is going to be just fine. Okay, so I've got that. I've got my height set. I've got the angle set, 90 degrees, and we're going to be using a number 0 biscuit. So we have our depth gauge set here to 0. And you guys can just use the end of your workbench or whatever you like there. I've just got a little bench dog here on my workbench, and I'm just going to position that right on there. Make sure that your fence stays perfectly flat on the piece, and there we go. So we'll quickly cut all these. There's that one. Okay, so there's those cut. Those are ready to go. All right, now this is a little bit more tricky because I have to cut on the face, the inside face of this rail and the back rail. So we're going to pop these out. Okay, there's my front rail and my back rail. Okay, so I'm just going to put this off to the side. So personally, what I like doing when I'm cutting these, as you can imagine, this is going to be really difficult to get the fence referenced properly on here. You're just going to take these on your workbench in your vise, and you can bring that thing in a little closer here, Riley. That's it. Okay, so we're just going to position that rail. You guys can even come up a little closer too if you want. And just make sure that your rail is flush to your workbench. Right, all the way across. And then you can use your workbench to help stabilize the biscuit joiner when you make those cuts. Oh, I didn't think this one through. This is going to be easier for you guys because your vices are kind of more in the middle of your workbench. This will still work though for me here. As long as you've got something that allows the fence to still properly register nice and flat. Okay, so there's my front rail done. And the inside of my back rail, need to do that as well. Bear with me here, guys, I'm almost done. Check for flush. Looks good. Okay, so now we're going to use number 0 biscuits, and we're not going to glue this up right away. We're going to glue this all up together when we finally go to do our glue up on the entire carcass. But you can see here how this goes together. I know, pretty amazing, right? So just our number 0 biscuits get located into here. Oops. We're going to do another demo for the whole glue up, and you guys are going to see, so I'm going to need 2 more biscuits in here. That just ties this whole top end together. Alright, that's it.